Yes, good morning. Uh, I'm happy today that I've come back again to teach one of the topics that I'm always very happy when I'm teaching about. That's about money. Money. Money is money, and the money is nice. And the one quality I like about money, money is very scarce. It's not common. That's why you have to wake up early in the morning, you go to work. That's why you have to work hard in your studies so that you might be a very prominent person in the future. Just for one reason, because money is very scarce. So before I begin this topic, I want to clarify two important issues which are very much confusing in our day-to-day lives. There are two terms that I want to clarify before I start my lesson. One of them is change, and the other one is balance. I'm being watched worldwide, and I would wish to clarify that there's a very big difference between change and a balance. We confuse these words. Sometimes I'm very much bitter when you buy something, then you tell the shopkeeper, I want my change. Already you have given him money to deduct your expenses. Then you tell the shopkeeper, I need my change. So today I want to clarify this once and for all, and you practice these terms in your day-to-day activities, in your daily lives. Now, change is what you have now. For example, I have 1,000 shillings, and I tell the shopkeeper, I need a change of 1,000. That means the shopkeeper will give you 1,000, but in different denominations, in different notes. I repeat again, a change is very much different from balance. Give a shop 1,000, then you need a change of that 1,000. It will only give you change of 1,000. Your money will come back to you in total 1,000. I remember in one of the KCP questions, they were asking, you have a note of 1,000, and that note, you need a change. And that change must, and listen to me very carefully, that 1,000 must contain a 500 shilling note. The same 1,000 must have a 200 shilling note. The same 1,000 must have a 100 shilling note. These are not the conditions you are giving the shopkeeper who is going to give you the change. Then the same 1,000 must have a 50 shilling note. Then the examiner put this question forward. What the least number of notes is he going to give to that person who is needing change? The least number of notes. And remember, your money is 1,000. When you get the total of all this, the total of this is 850. So you cannot get change which is not enough to what you get the shopkeeper. So there is another balance of 150. On one condition, the examiner is only interested to have this kind of notes as part of your change. So because it's 150 shillings, in Kenya, we don't have a note of 150 shillings. It is not there. We have no note of 150 shillings. So now for the balance now, you need a 100 shilling note and another 50 shilling note. Then the examiner was asking, what the least number of notes is he going to give out? That means the number of notes that will be now, we can count together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the least number of notes will be only 6 notes. I want to emphasize that before I start my lesson, because has been a very complicated issue in our day-to-day life. So I believe that case should be rested once and for all. That is change. Now, balance is what you get after buying some items. Maybe you bought items worth 700 shillings, then you give the shopkeeper 1,000, then the balance is only 300. So that is what we mean by balance and change. So from today, let me not get some of my candidates confusing these words in your day-to-day life. So now, very fast, Let us go now and begin my lesson on money, now. And we are going to start with very simple terms in our day-to-day life. That's profit and loss. Faida na asara. Profit and loss. And we are going to start very fast with the profit. Yes. For someone to get profit, the selling price must be always higher than the buying price. I repeat again, for you to get profit, for a businessman to get profit, the selling price must be always higher than the buying price. Assume that I bought this mobile phone, for example, for 10,000. I bought this mobile phone for 10,000. This is my buying price. Then now, if I need to sell that mobile phone now, assume now I sell the phone for only 12,000. This is now my selling price. When you look at that now, my selling price is higher than the buying price. That means your mathematics teacher is very smart, because now I'm getting profit. And how do you get profit, class? Profit is only selling price minus buying price, because my selling price is higher than the buying price. So my profit is here now is 12,000. Take away 10,000, then my profit will be only 2,000, which is very clean money as part of my profit. As part of my profit. So that's how we get profit. Good examples and more examples. Listen to this. A trader bought a hat for 80 shillings. That's the buying price. We are still on the profit. A trader bought a hat for 80 shillings and they sold the hat for only 120 shillings. So now, this now is a hat. The buying price is 80 shillings and the selling price is 120 shillings. How much profit did the businessman get? Again, I repeat again, selling price minus buying price. That means 120 shillings. Take away 80 shillings, you get 40 shillings. 40 shillings is profit. Another example now. Mr. Kioko bought a radio for Kenya shillings 5,000. This is now radio. That's number 1. 2, I bought a radio for 10,000. For 5,000. Now this is buying price. BP stands for buying price. Then I sold the radio again for 6,000. Then the selling price now is 6,000. So how much profit did I make for the radio? I bought for 5,000 and I sold the radio for 6,000. That means now my profit now is selling price take away buying price, which is the same as 6,000 take away 5,000. So my profit will remain 1,000. That's very clean money. Quickly copy this assignment. You do it at your own time. Very fast. Very fast. You do it at your own time. You calculate profit. Now, buying price, number one. If the buying price is 40 shillings, selling price 50 shillings, then find the profit. Remember, profit is selling price minus buying price. Mr. Tom bought a shirt for 350. Number 2 now, this is Mr. Tom. The buying price was 350. Selling price was 450. How much profit did your teacher make from buying that shirt? He bought a shirt for 350, then he sold it for 450. Now, Mr. Vitalis bought a car for 1,200,000. That's Mr. Vitalis now. The buying price of the car was 1,300,000. The same teacher, Mr. Vitalis, sold the car at 1,500,000. How much profit did they make? That is your assignment before I got to loss. So rest assured that you are not going to miss that question again on the profit, because everybody and among us, some of our parents are doing business, and they know how to get profit and how to get loss. Very fast, now let me go to loss. Let me go to loss. I believe you have copied this. So fast, let me go to loss. Now, in English, I believe your English teachers already told you now, the opposite of profit is loss. That means if in your business you don't get profit, you only get loss. So loss is now the opposite of profit and loss. So in short, loss now is the opposite. That's buying price minus selling price. For a businessman, for your parent to get loss in his or her business, it means now the same parent is the selling price is always lower than the buying price. And that's very, 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 very bad for a businessman. Nobody wishes to get lost. Nobody at all. Anybody getting lost in the business, that means that business will not have life. It is not going to last long. So we must be very careful. Some of you, I know you will be future business people, prominent business people, doing good things. Make sure every time you work on how to get profit. So profit is buying price, take away selling price. That means for you to get lost, the selling price is always higher than the buying price. A very dangerous trend during these hard economic times. In fact, during Corona area, somebody's selling things at a loss is very dangerous and very much dangerous. First example, Kioko bought a kilogram beans for 25 shillings. I bought 1 kilogram of beans for 25 shillings. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, now I'm on loss. And I said loss is what I don't intend some of you to get when they will start doing their business. I don't also wish to see your parents get losses, because loss means the business will not be there anymore. Loss, I've said, is buying price, take away selling price. For you to get loss, the buying price should be always higher than the selling price. Remember, this is the opposite of profit. In my case here now, Mr. Kioko himself bought 1 kilogram beans for 25 shillings. The same Mr. Kioko now sold the 1 kilogram beans for 20 shillings. How much loss does Mr. Kioko make? I've said loss is the buying price is always higher. In my case here now, the buying price is higher than the selling price. So my loss is buying price, take away 20 shillings, which is the same as 5 shillings. So my loss is 5 shillings. Another very good example, Mr. Kiboko bought a cow for 9,000. Mr. Kiboko bought a cow for 9,000. In our case here now, the buying price of the cow is 9,000. Mr. Kiboko sold the cow again. He sold the cow for 8,900 shillings. How much loss does Mr. Kiboko make? When you sell an item for 8,900, have you bought the item at a higher price, that's 9,000. That means Mr. Kiboko made a loss of 100 shillings. Where's 100 shillings coming from? I have said loss is the buying price, take away the selling price. In our case here now, we have 9,000, take away 8,900, and the balance becomes 100. That is how we get loss. I want to give an exercise you do at your own time. My exercise is there, exercise 2. Which of the following animals did Mr. Kiboko make a loss? It's up to you. Do your work. Then I will mark the assignment after the Corona era. And make sure you do that work. Number one, if we have the animal, we have the buying price and the selling price. That's my table. You are the one to determine whether Kioko got a loss in selling such an animal or he got a loss. For example, now, a cow was bought for 10,000, it was sold for 11,000. Is your assignment? Sheep was bought for 12,000 and they sold for 11,000. The goat now was sold for 1,300 and they sold for 1,250. Then a hen was bought for 325 and they sold for 300. That is your assignment. I need that assignment immediately after the Corona era, which is going to be over very soon because our God is faithful. So let us go very fast now to percentage profit. Let us go very fast to percentage profit. Still on money. Still on money. Let us go now to percentage profit. Percentage profit. Very fast. So now we are on percentage profit. In class 7 work, we talked much about money. We talked much about money, and I believe the teacher also taught much about percentage profit. Percentage profit, we have our formula on how to get percentage profit. This one is a very common area in exams. This one is a very common area in exams. Percentage profit class, how do you get percentage profit? Master this formula. Percentage profit is equivalent to the profit itself over the buying price, then multiplied by 100%. That's how we get profit. I repeat again. Percentage profit is profit itself divided by the buying price, then multiplied by 100%. That's how we get percentage profit. A very good example is here. A trader bought a hat for 80 shillings and sold the same hat for 120 shillings. What was his percentage profit? The buying price for the hat was 80 shillings. The buying price for the hat was 80 shillings. The selling price of the same hat was 120 shillings. Though the examiner is not interested with the profit, is not interested with the buying price, the selling price, is interested only with the percentage profit, with the same as profit itself over the buying price times 100. I've just said how to get profit. Profit is selling price, take our buying price. In our case here now, our selling price is 120, our buying price is 80 shillings. That means now our profit is only 40 shillings. Now, to get percentage profit now, according to my formula here, I've only said is now the profit itself divided by the buying price, which is 80 shillings, then multiplied by 100%. And let me emphasize this before I simplify that. I work it as an example for you to understand. Should it be profit over the buying price, not the selling price? If you calculate basing your argument on the selling price, your answer will be among the choices, and the possibly choice A. Are you getting my point? Yes. If you make that mistake of saying profit over the selling price, your answer will be the choice, and that is up to you. We'll deal with you when we resume our classes. So now that's the buying price, selling profit over the buying price. Zero will cancel with 0. Then by 4, 1. By 4 is 2. By 2, 1. 100 divided by 2 is 50. So our profit now, percentage profit is 50%. Percentage profit. Profit over the buying price multiplied by 100. Another very good example now. Another example on how to get percentage profit. Mr. Kimondiu bought a radio for 5,000. He bought a very good radio in one of the prominent shops around our area for Kenya shilling 5,000, and they sold the same radio for 6,000. This must be a very good businessman. He buying a radio. Now, this one now a radio. He bought the radio now for 5,000, and the same businessman sold the same radio for 6,000. How much was his percentage profit. I repeat again, the same formula, mathematics is not changing. Other subject may change, but mathematics, the formula will remain the same. Profit over the buying price. In our case here now, profit now is the selling price, take away the buying price. That is now 6,000, take away 5,000. Very briefly, 6,000 take away 5,000. Sometimes you need to use your mind to calculate. You don't need to write everything. You are now mature enough in mathematics. 6,000 minus 5,000, that means the profit is only 1,000. Then divided by buying price, not selling price. The buying price in our case here is 5,000. Then you multiply by 100%. And where possible, as I said in the previous lesson, you simplify where possible. In our case here now, we have 3 zeros and 3 zeros, they will cancel one another. So here we have 5, 1. By 5 here now, we have 20. So our answer here now is 20%. That's how we get percentage profit. Let us go now to percentage loss. And remember, the exercise that already I have given out, once you are through the exercise, if it's percentage profit, give me now another column on the table. Work out the percentage profit. Okay, now percentage loss. Percentage loss. Percentage loss. Percentage loss now is again the opposite of percentage profit. The opposite of percentage profit. So percentage loss is now the loss itself over the buying price again times 100%. Loss over the buying price multiplied by 100%. A very good example, which was tested in one of our previous exams. A trader bought tomatoes for 2,500 and sold them for 2,400. This is a bag of tomatoes, which was sold. These are tomatoes. All of us, we are taking tomatoes every day because food must be fried with some tomatoes. This is a trader who bought a bag of tomatoes for 2,500. The buying price was 2,500 for one bag of tomatoes, and the selling price was 2,400. Now, the examiner was interested in this. What was his percentage loss? Remember, you cannot get profit and loss at the same time. When you sell one item, you either get profit or you get loss. So in our case here now, this trader, he made a loss of 100 shillings. Class, if you buy something for 2,500 and you sell it for 2,400, the loss is now the buying price, take away the selling price. In our case, we are 2,500, take out 2,400. So our loss is only 100 shillings. Percentage loss, the same formula will apply. Loss over the buying price times 100. In our case here now, our loss is 100 shillings. The buying price now is 2,500. Then you multiply it by 100%. You get percentage loss. We have 2 zeros, we cancel 2 zeros. Class, because you are now bright in mathematics, you have the multiplication table with you. By 25, 100 divided by 25 definitely will be 4. So our answer now will be only 4%. That's what the examiner needed from that question. Percentage loss. The last example on the percentage loss, Kimondiu bought a sheep for 1,500 and he sold the same sheep for 1,000. This is now Kimondiu, percentage loss. This is now Kimondiu. He bought a sheep. He bought a sheep for only buying price was 1,500 and he sold the sheep now for 1,000. What was the percentage loss? Again, the same formula. Loss divided by the buying price, then you multiply by 100. In our case here now, our buying price is higher than the selling price. So definitely now, Mr. Kimondiu here, he meant a loss of 500 shillings. Definitely when you sell an item for 1,500 and you sell it at 1,000, then now very soon you are going to close your business. I'm very sure Kimondiu will not stay in the business for long because he's also interested in making losses. And it's very bad for a person to continue making loss. You'll be killing your life and the life of other family members. So our loss here now is only 500 shillings. The buying price is 1,500. Then you multiply by 100%. I'm warning you again, don't use the selling price. Don't say loss over the selling price. That would be very wrong. So it should be now over the buying price. 20 will cancel 2 zeros. By 5, 1. 15 divided by 5, you get 3. We have done this several times. 100 divided by 3. You don't need to use the long method of division. You need not to only use your mind and do the calculation. 100 divided by 3 class, you only get 33 and a third percent. That's the percentage loss on that ship. That's the percentage loss on that ship. On the same case, the same table that I gave out. Now, if you think the animal was sold at a loss, I also need you to make another column and do the calculations for percentage loss. And I'm warning you, class, you cannot get profit and the loss at the same time. So where there is percentage profit, I don't want to see percent loss because that is definitely too much impossible. It's not possible at all. You cannot get profit and loss at the same time. So that is your assignment on the profit and the loss. And that assignment should be brought immediately the schools open. So very fast, I want to go to some of the KCP questions on the profit and loss before I go to another subtopic. Somebody sold an item. I just wish to give you only one example on percentage loss or in terms of statement. The year 2017, the question was like this. Somebody sold a sofa set. He bought the sofa set for 64,000. Listen carefully. That was the year 2017. Somebody bought a sofa set for only 64,000. That is a sofa set which was bought, this is the buying price, for 64,000. And whoever bought the sofa set, he sold the sofa set making a loss of 20%. Now is English. You must understand what the examiner means. He bought a sofa set for 64,000, making a loss of 20%. When he bought 64,000, he sold it again, making 20% loss. So how much was the selling price? Class, I want you to master this also. Buying price is always equivalent to 100%. So in our case now here, the buying price was 64,000, which was equivalent to 100%. But when the same person sold the sofa set, he meant a loss of 20%. That means now he sold at 80%. Where is 80 coming from? Once you buy something for 100% and you sell it making a loss of 20%, that means you actually sold the sofa set at 80%. That's why we say 4,000, that's the buying price, is equivalent to 100%. Then what about 80%? Then you cross multiply now, you get the selling price, which is now 64,000 multiplied by 80, then divided by 100. 2 zeros will cancel the 2 zeros. In our case here now, we have 640 multiplied by 80. 640 multiplied by 80. Class, I said, you just write 640. This 80, you write 0, then you multiply by 8 for you to save time. 8 multiplied by 0, here we have 0, 0, 2 carry 3, 48 plus 3 is 51. So now, the selling price was 51,200 shillings. It's so funny. Some of the students, when you are told you bought something for 4,000 and you sold it making a loss of 20%, then some of the students, they go up giving an answer which is more than the buying price. And already you are told he sold making a loss. Sometimes use your mind well. Use your brain. If somebody sold an item was 4,000 and they sold making a loss, definitely now the selling price must be lower than the buying price, which is 51,200 shillings. Let us go now to discount, still on the money. This is a very important topic. And those terms, we have them day to day in our lives. Even I am very sure, wherever my students are now during this era, wherever they are doing this on day-to-day business. They are big sent to the shops. They are getting discounts. Some of them are getting profit. And the majority, definitely, they are also getting losses. So now, this is a very important topic that should be practiced, and is always practiced every day. Whether you like it or not, you must practice this every day, whether in your knowledge and also without your knowledge. Discount. Another subtopic now, discount. Still on the topic of money. What is discount? Traders reduce the prices of items to attract customers. Traders reduce the prices of items to attract customers. In short, discount is there to attract customers. If you don't get discount, then again, expect very few customers. The reduction on the market price is called discount. Traders deduct something on the market price so that they attract as many customers as possible. That deduction on part of the market price is called discount. So in short now, discount now is market price minus the selling price. Market price subtract selling price, you get the discount. That's how you get discount. Why do we do this? We do this, and traders do this. Business people do this to attract as many customers as possible. A very good example now, the market price of a radio in a shop was 2,400. The market price of a radio in a shop. The market price of the radio. Yes. The market price of a radio was 2,400. Ahmed bought the same radio for 2,100. Ahmed bought the same radio for 2,100. How much discount was he given? How much discount was he given? Definitely, if the market price was 2,400, then Ahmed ended up now buying the item for 2,100 now. That means the discount was only 300, which is a lot of money. This will attract Mr. Ahmed again to go back to the same shop and buy another radio again. So in short, we have said discount is market price, take away selling price. In our case here now, the market price is 2,400 and the selling price is 2,100. So in short now, our discount was only 300 shillings. Another final example. A student in Ansaaru school bought a book for 196 shillings. A student in Ansaaru group of schools bought, I don't know what kind of a book is this, but he bought the book for 196 shillings. The market price, you are told it was 200 shillings. The market price was 200 shillings. This is one of the market price. How much discount was he given by the owner of the bookshop? That means now the market price take away the selling price. In our case now here, we have the market price is 200 and the selling price is 196. So in our case here now, the discount was only 4 shillings. That's how we get discount. Market price, take away 100 shillings. A certain parent in a certain school bought uniform for his child for only 900 shillings. This one is a parent now who bought uniform. Now this is the selling price now for only 900 shillings. The market price for the same uniform in the shop, the market price for the uniform was 1,200. So how much discount was that parent given? That means now discount, again, I repeat again, is market price, take away the selling price, which is 1,200, take away 900 shillings. So in our case now, the discount that parent was given was only 300 shillings. As I summarize my lesson, discounts, they are very much important. They attract more and more customers in our businesses. So next lesson now, we'll start from percentage discount. The way we have done percentage profit, the same way we have done percentage loss. That means next time we'll be starting with percentage discount. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Always sanitize your hands as you continue with your daily business. Thank you so much. See you next lesson.